balls.
Oh yeah. I mean, you really think I do this because I like enjoying talking to new people and meeting people and get deep into these subjects? No, I'm trying to get famous. Okay, so I can get some money, so I can get the women, so I can get the cars, I can get everything.
Absolutely.
And once I get that, I can pull in the high rollers. You know what I mean? I can get Adam Carolla on here.
That's all.
The big wheels.
Hey man, I wouldn't complain. Carolla's fucking hilarious.
Whose phone is up?
All right.
It's not mine. Mine's on mute.
I hear it somewhere.
It ain't me.
Might be me. Hang on. I've got the volume all the way down. That doesn't make sense.
Happens every time. Believable.
I just wanted to share. I'm trying to get you rich and famous, bro.
It was me. It's always me. It was me. I had the Bluetooth on. Every time. You think you're good at something, and then you just get knocked back down.
Oh, being famous. 2213.
I know, right? Tell me about it. It's my life. All right, let's get moving. We're good. 7:01. We waited 5 minutes for people to get in here, I think. All right. Hey, welcome, episode 23. Hey, we got Mitch Grooch there. We got Josh. We got Cody Rosscup. What's going on, Cody? What's your weekend looking like?
Oh, my weekend
the hell?
Is looking like a Tuesday.
You been flipping oysters or something all week? Like, what have you been doing?
Luckily, I don't flip them, but
it's not how you cook oysters?
No.
I don't know.
No, you use your hands.
Yeah.
Barehanded onto the grill with the flames rising because of the butter.
Yeah. I ate them raw. It's more of an aphrodisiac that way.
They say that, but really you're just eating
sea boogers.
Yeah, like shit filters for the ocean.
How dare you? How dare you?
Not a seafood fan.
You're not?
No, not too much.
This podcast is over.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
Get out.
Are you playing music tonight?
Yeah, I got a few songs.
New ones, old ones, or you haven't written shit?
No, I've got some new things that I can show you. Nothing really solidified, but we can do like a to come expose, if you will.
I don't know what that means. Is that
Cool.
like French or something?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to start off with one?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it. And get these mics leveled out, and we'll be good to go.
Cool. Hey everybody, I'm Cody Rosscup. You can find the majority of these songs on the internets at fireweather.bandcamp.com. You can download them too, for free. So, don't give me any money for them. You'll find this one on there. It's called A Fistful of Snakes. Behind her roses, her hair's dark as knives. They blossom in full bloom, but when she leaves they die. She keeps a fistful of snakes close, even when she sleeps. Too many heads on her scorecard, no time for the weak. She's quite the temptress in high heels, dyed red from her craze, slipping right through the floorboards, bringing men to their grave. She wears a vengeance's varnish, covered up by time. Enigmatic in stature, fucked up by time. All I owe is blood, no one to spare, no one to spare. tangled in barbed wire. Shake could be her last. Her pops was quite the stern one, but he was all she had. He always gave her the last shot, the one meant for good laughs. The Chinaman one is warm though. They called the Pop's black dog. And at the Gold Spike in Utah, the soulless man looked on as the moon soaked the desert. She woke with forceful alarm, and over Pops' dead body, the soulless man looked on, and all I owe is blood. No one to spare, no one to spare. The bastard's name was Shing Fu. He's quite the cunning snake. He gained a fortune in business by putting Pops in the grave. With the 4 in his pocket, he owns all Pacific lines. And even with the shipments, he'll cheat his clients blind. So she proposes a challenge. She writes her letter clean. A half-ton of auntie by midday, or else Shing waves a fee. He can't resist the offer. He sends his brother along. He tells Wei to kill her and take worth 250,000 strong. And all I owe is blood, but no one to spare, no one to spare. Day is finally upon them. The rails are screaming bold. The hoof beats in sync with the steam pipe on the rail she holds. She goes through the door and can't believe the sight. A half-ton of black gold are packaged up for the ride. She goes down the corridor, here's a voice from far. She knows it's that bastard's young brother. She won't take long. She's real quiet walking up, making sure not to move. She grabs Wei and makes him swallow the bullet hole. And all I owe is blood, no one to spare, no one to spare. Yeah.
Hey.
Woo! Thanks.
Yeah.
I like it.
It felt good, other
Hey.
than those inverteds.
I have a question.
Okay.
Why don't you start like a little simple 3-piece band? You know what I mean? Like get you a little nerdy bass player or whatever with some big round circular glasses or something, and get you a little drummer with a little 2-piece kit, and do the damn thing. You know, maybe record an album. You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I have actually.
It's a great answer.
Except I don't think the bassist would be wearing brown glasses, and there'd be a piano in there for sure too.
You think?
Yeah, I wrote like all of these fire weather songs are me and my friend Dylan Simance, who used to play music with this man way back in the day. We all go way back.
Oh, okay.
There's Ja.
Yeah.
That's how Phil introduced you at the beginning. He's like, "You've got Ja." We got Cody.
Well, it's kind of appropriate considering his nickname used to be Ah.
Well, I talk real fast. The problem is I get really excited like in the beginning, and I just say people's names
You
really
never
loud.
know.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, most time it's bad. You know what I mean? You get look. The thing is, when you got two people, you got a guy right here, you got right here, and you meet in the middle. You just got two guys bumping. You know what I mean? So,
Here we got Jody and Fitchell.
Phil knows all about that bumping with other guys.
kind of do. Not but from person. We'll move on. Let's move on.
Exactly from Brett. This is Cody's second time on the podcast.
Yeah,
Third.
last time.
Is it not his third?
No, second. Well, third. Yeah, I guess.
Is it
the live one we did in the living room last summer?
But that was before you.
But that was a house party.
Yeah, that was before you actually. That was like the seed of the podcast.
Yeah,
but this is Cody's official second time. He was on with Pepper.
Yeah,
and we haven't had too many repeating guests.
Yeah, when you went
other than Cody and Pepper.
when you went to Florida to buy underwear.
Yeah, I was gonna say, choose your words wisely, sir. That was a tumultuous time in my life. Yeah, I had to get new underwear, and I don't wear just like any underwear. Obviously,
Gotta be Mormon underwear.
Yeah, I wear the full body underwear with the. It's got.
I see it now.
It's like a gate around the groin area. It's like a gate, and you have to have a key to it. If you don't have a key, you better get to stepping. You know what I'm saying, Cody?
Man, I just picture the chastity belt from Robin Hood.
Yeah.
The Everlast.
I'm a guy with high standards. You know what I mean?
I can tell.
So, and I missed that one. And I respect the fact that somebody put a skeleton in my place. It's kind of weird.
Oh yeah, that was man. That was a fun time, dude.
Nobody put anything in your place. You were here.
Yeah, and I was on my way back. I think I was in. To be honest, if I could
hanging out with Marcus Trepetich over in Louisiana.
Oh, I love that boy.
If I could be frank, I was in
you're Phil.
Baton Rouge eating fire tacos with
Nice.
A handful of people that I was trying to rub elbows with for a long time, and it was not successful.
Oh.
But maybe I don't know. Maybe it was. They haven't called me back. It's whatever. We'll talk about it. We'll get it going.
Cody, I'm excited you're here, man. You were saying that you wanted to we didn't really talk about this last time you were here, but like kind of like the way we're all kind of connected and playing shows and everything. I think we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, last time was just kind of like fucking off with Pepper, who I invited tonight, but he said he's going on this podcast to, what is it? Like this guy's like interviewing different people to talk about like the worst songs ever, and apparently he chose like metal. So yeah, it should be interesting. But yeah, no, we just kind of fucked off. We did touch on, back in the days and nostalgias and whatnot, but like a detailed look at like what we did and recounts of said times.
So me and Phil, we were kicking around bands, back then. You and Josh, y'all had bands. Porcelain Sky.
Mm-hmm.
And what were you called before Porcelain Sky?
Legends Never Die.
Legends Never Die. Was it Drowning Autumn?
That was when we were
Drowning Autumn's when you played
14,
My House, right?
Yeah.
And then but when it was Porcelain Sky, that's when Cody came in and played bass for a little bit, right?
Bo was like in some church camp in fucking Wyoming or something.
Yeah, Bo had to go away, so I filled in for a few shows. Like those Moss Point shows. What was that? Not the Orange Grove.
Yeah, I think it was
there
called.
There were two Orange Groves, weren't there?
Yeah.
There was one in Gulfport and there was one in Moss Point.
There was there's the really nice one in Moss Point that we always played, and then there was like the one that looks like it was built in the 70s.
Yeah, okay. Point. So yeah, there was one that was kind of like off of Highway 90 over in Moss Point, and then there was one up by the interstate.
Is that the one where they had all the lights on the floor and like everybody was there?
Yeah, and
God, I cannot remember those days.
Well, that's why we're here.
Like the interior of it was white. They had like
it was all white. It was really tall ceilings.
But we always played.
Look,
on the
Josh,
floor.
number one goal tonight is to inspire the next generation. to fucking do community shows because that's what it
fucking do. Community
I
shows
know that's what I want to talk to you guys about tonight, especially Cody. So Cody, when I met you as a young man,
oh man, had to be what
you
14,
were
15?
What I describe as grabbing the bull by the horns. Right. So you were the band leader in your band. You were Roma Oceana.
Yeah. Super throwback was the Forgotten Apollo
I was about to say. I remember there was an older one
with Josh Dahl and Matt, and then
when I was looking through your photos for a photo to use for you for the Facebook promo, I enjoyed seeing the photos of you from high school with the blonde,
with the hair, bro. Yeah, it. Days are done. I was thinking about that today. You know, like being bald has never. I've never had any like self-conscious or anxiety about it. And it wasn't even like I didn't feel like it was like acceptance. You know, it's just like, hey, okay, and then it happened, and it's like, wow. Besides slightly looking like a white supremacist, this actually I pull this off pretty fucking well, you know. So
nah, man, you got a good head for being bald.
You do, and you got a sexy beard.
How sweet is that?
A sexy red beard, by the way.
How long have you been bald, sir? If you don't mind.
Oh shit. The hairline started falling at 18, 19.
Now, was there a period where you tried to make it work?
Not really. No. I wore a cabbie for a few years there, but it wasn't because of the hair loss. It was just felt like I pulled it off pretty fucking well.
I remember your hair being the long swoop, and you whipping it around when you play shows. Man, you guys, your bands put on a great show.
Thanks.
You took it to the next level with the light boxes. I remember.
Yeah.
And God, I was just like so impressed when because they only came on when you stepped on them.
Yeah, they were pressure sensitive.
Yeah, and I was like, that's so.
Luckily,
cool.
our drummer Kyle. Hey Kyle, if you're watching.
Yeah, Kyle sent me a friend request the other day.
Good. Yeah. He's he seems like he's resurfacing.
Yeah, he does.
Resurfacing
up in Maryland or something like that.
No, he's living up in New York.
New York, yeah.
Been up there for a few years.
Ew.
So, seems like he's happy. Hopefully, talk to him a little bit more soon. But yeah, his stepdad Phil was very handy. Had a nice big workshop in the back, and you know, obviously, we didn't come up with the lightbox ideas. Like they started getting pretty common. You know, you'd see bands coming in from out of town touring, like just a big 2x4 setup with a light underneath was pivotal for a performance, like at a certain point. But
compared to the other bands on the Gulf Coast at that time, nobody else was taking it to that level.
I
mean, you guys. I mean, and on top of that, you were like putting on such a good show, like throwing down, swinging the guitar, intense, melodic. I mean, you're just like hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, it was definitely a
lot of good young man energy.
Yeah. I mean, no, I really wanted to pour the shit out of me, you know?
You did.
I mean, yeah, there was definitely like, oh man, you know, like if we're gonna talk to a record label, we need to start playing shows and we need to start doing like regional tours and putting together press kits.
Right.
And yeah, we were pretty serious for a little bit. Kyle ended up getting endorsed by Shine Drums. We were playing Mobile and Pensacola all the damn time. And right about the time of the demise, we'll say, you know, breakup or whatever, we were actually starting to look at like regional Southeast kind of tours, and mailing off these press kits and all this shit. Luckily, Josh Dahl, who we played with in the Forgotten Apollo, got really handy with a camera, and yeah, did our promos for us. Was always at the shows, always having fun, and vice versa. You know, it's just like, hey, look at what this guy can do for us, like. And, you know, Josh is now happily married, living in Las Vegas with a few major casinos under his belt on his resume, is, you know, multimedia and shit like that. Wow. So
good for him.
Oh, yeah.
Tell him
but he's not here tonight.
Sorry,
Can you ask him if he wants an investment opportunity?
Hey, Josh.
Because this thing is growing. I don't know if you
It was
know.
a very high level operation.
Shit, have you seen my place?
You need a link tree. That's what you need.
I don't know what that is.
I know where it's like a website that has all of your different things that you can click links to. It's like a tree full of links.
Sounds like a great idea. I'm all
Is it a
in.
money
Where
tree?
do I send my check? I don't know.
Does the money fall
Shut up
from
and
it?
take my money.
But as far as Gulf Coast bands went, you had your shit together.
Thanks.
And I mentioned Generations a little bit ago because to me, you know, coming up in our scene, you were probably one of the last bands that I felt was like, you know, getting handed off that torch. So
Yeah.
like tried to keep it going, trying to book the all ages shows, trying to keep it DIY, trying to be active. And then I think after you guys broke up, I think it just kind of fizzled out.
There were a good amount of, you know, that modern day hair metal bands rolling around after we called it kaputs. But yeah, as far as like these days go, but yeah, back in the day, like it was game time all the time. You know,
I mean, I know tonight you're playing like your acoustic songs with your voice shining bright. Is there any place where anybody could go to find the old music, the old Oceana?
Yeah, I put up all of the Fireweather stuff the same time that I put up the Roma stuff. So I found all the Roma stuff to pass out amongst friends and show everybody. If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be weareroma.bandcamp.com.
Oh, sweet.
Let me check on that. Jamie, can you pull that up?
Yeah, I'm just glad you came prepared, Cody. Holy shit, we're not live or anything.
No, not at all. I didn't expect to talk about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weareroma@bandcamp.com.
Awesome.
In all of that hair glory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you guys definitely were a very productive outfit.
Yeah, so first off, we had really, really, really good mentors to learn from, i.e. you, and just some other bands around the area on go to a fucking community center, go to a VFW, find businesses that will let you play. I mean, fuck, we were playing in a fucking tattoo shop for years, and some of the best shows to ever come out of the Gulf Coast were at that damn tattoo shop. I mean, shit, I've heard...
Are you talking about the one on 49?
Bark and Dog. I've heard
yeah.
Corey in here on the podcast talking about it, Puzz talking about it, you know, like everybody remembers that damn shit. I think Diggs talked about it. But yeah, I had good mentors in the sense of like, just put on these shows. And that was the thing. I wanted to perform. I wanted to play shows to the point where like I would just sit at the house and you know, the Gulf Coast, suburbia at its finest, and then you get above I-10 and then it's Mississippi.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's a great way of describing it, actually.
But it was also a very Field of Dreams dynamic where, you know, if you feel build it, they will come.
And that was, yeah, so luckily, of course, you know, I was kind of the new kid in town moving here. Josh and our friend Scott and his brother Chris were already kind of doing like the local scene thing for our generation. I keep losing my fucking train of thought.
Well, you were talking about like the community center, or I'm sorry, the tattoo shop up on 49. And I can remember when I started booking shows there.
Yeah.
And trying to get bands to come in there to play.
But yeah, so yeah, if you build it, they will come. So even once I got out of high school, you know, I'm putting on a gorilla mask and going to the back when, you know, there really wasn't too much security risk. But I'd put on a gorilla mask with 1,000 flyers and go to the high school right when it let out. And just all of these kids flooding to get to their buses, to their cars, all this kind of shit. Just run through the crowd and don't stop until your hands are empty. And once they are, get the fuck out of there.
Seems like eons ago where we could hand out flyers, and now it's like that's completely like not even.
Oh yeah.
Well, and
You had to back then.
the mentality was for every 10 flyers you pass out,
one person might show up.
One person may be coming. And so it was glorious when we were able to play the Snow Shack. Because it was literally
I do remember playing the Snow Shack with you.
Right across the street
Tons
from the
of
high
kids.
school.
Yep.
And because of that chaotic promotion that I was willing to put the work in for, that we were willing to put the work in for, we had baller ass shows, dude. 60, 70 people showing up to a 30 by 15 foot room and just having kids hanging in the windows, just trying to watch the damn show.
How long ago was this?
This was 2007, 2008 ish. Yeah, Ocean Springs, super hard. And then
like over a decade ago.
Yeah, and then right around that time, we as Roma started playing Mobile 2-3 times a week. Just bam, bam. But like it was,
I remember you playing the record shop a lot over there.
Yeah. Well, there was the Picklefish that we played a lot. We did play the Music Box one time, and it was so awesome. We're finally playing the Music Box or whatever, and we got booked with like some college rock band. I can't even remember. And like they opened up for us, and the crowd in there was college rock band. And so we get up there and we play our first song. And I introduced the second song as How to Clear Out the Music Box, and I don't remember anything else from that show.
Nice.
Phil, we played there, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I've played there several times.
And I remember when we played there, man, they treated the bands so great. Like Green Room, they like, here's a tub of beer iced down for you.
Yeah.
Just like, feel at home. And, kind of like, I don't think it really worked out great to our advantage.
I mean, I played there.
We had a little bit too much Green Room beer before we hit the stage.
Yeah, we weren't concerned about musical quality. We were concerned about alcohol consumption at the time, which is not great to do if you're trying to get famous. But I played there one time with Kitty. Remember Kitty?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I take that back. Not Kitty. Did I just make that up? It was I forget what band, but it had like 3 of the members from Kitty, which was a big deal for us.
You're not thinking of Thunders? Kitty played at Thunders.
No, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I made a mistake early on.
I never
We're
played
gonna fix
there,
it.
by the way. Never once played at Thunders.
You're missing out on, dog.
You didn't miss
Peace
anything.
smell.
I did play the Celtic.
No.
Way better.
That was the worst night of my life.
No,
Really? Why?
No, not of my life, but that was a horrible night.
Really?
Yeah, my car ended up getting broken into.
Oh, my God.
Hostile people in the crowd,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Vegas,
I always had a good
everywhere,
time
man.
at the Celtic.
Yeah,
Not at
Celtic's
Thunders.
fun.
Not at
Celtic's fun.
Thunders,
Well,
but the Celtic.
Thunders gave a platform to a lot of bands.
Get a disease in Thunders.
We played the Salty Dog. Is that place still there
The Salty
in
Dog?
Gulfport?
The saloon? It's something else now.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
even think it's an
something else.
open bar, but yeah. I remember we played there with Moose.
Mm.
Hey Wayne, shout out. Good days, dude. Wayne remembers. Wayne was around for the days that, and this is how DIY we were fucking willing to be. I actually was lucky enough to know a girl in high school who had a house shaped like a dome.
Kelly.
Made out of triangles.
Oh yeah, we played a show there.
And so I was like, "Hey Kelly, let me play some shows at your house." And she was like, "Bet." And so we did. We called it the Igloo. It was right in Gulf Park Estates, so it wasn't hard to get to. Moose played there. Waiting for Brantley played there.
Oh.
So when Marcus was in Waiting for Brantley?
Yeah,
Was he-
I believe so. I believe so.
Oh.
Actually, maybe not. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That was still in high school. That was like 2005.
Yeah, Marcus was in a few butt rock bands I don't know about. I don't know. But
That's
anyway,
what I know
He's
Thunders
still,
from.
dude. He's still rocking that
Butt
Tom
Rock
DeLonge
Band.
cut though. So
yeah, what is it with that?
flawlessly,
Is somebody going to say something to him about that?
I was so obsessed with Blink 182 and Tom DeLonge as a growing up that I wanted that hair so bad, and he's just pulled it off flawlessly for like 10, 12 years.
Well,
now.
now that we're on the subject, Tom DeLonge aliens, does he have a case? Like, is he just making shit up or what?
Man, I think Tom DeLonge just likes to hear himself talk, to be
He
quite
likes
honest
attention.
with you. Yeah, exactly.
He's got $100 million.
I imagine he does. He was part of one of the most recognized bands on the planet.
He had that before he started. He was in Blink-182.
And he threw it all away in the pursuit
Of aliens,
of cosmic life.
He didn't throw anything away.
Bullshit! He quit.
No, what did he do? He lost the respect of some fans. He still had the money. He didn't throw anything
That's
away.
true. He's got a T-shirt company or something.
Dude, I think Macbeth went under, actually.
I'm sure he made $50
I
million
haven't
from
followed
it.
that in so long.
I think Macbeth went under. Or he sold it off, and then it went under.
Anywho, he's not going to come on the show.
Worried about. He was my least favorite person in Blink-182.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many emotions that go through my head when somebody brings up Blink-182. You know,
There's two
What's the
different
first one?
Blink-182s.
first one is hate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hate in my heart.
Why?
Because of the.
Bubblegum pop punk.
No, it was the time of my life when that band was.
Time of my
kicking
life. That's a
off.
Green Day song.
And like a lot of their songs, I didn't like them. Like I like their slower stuff, like the little emotional shit.
You
like,
liked it when they got sad?
Miss You and
self-titled.
and
Sad
Adam
Boy?
Song and all that stuff. Like I was into that stuff, but
It's Labor Day, and my grandpa just ate 7 fucking hot dogs, and he shit his pants. He's always fucking shitting his pants, and I'll never talk to you again.
I didn't get that into them to know what you're talking about. But
See, we were younger, though. Like, it was right up our
Yeah,
alley.
yeah,
We were, like,
I was
12 years old when they were releasing all the Creed.
And this was also
crazy
around
shit.
the time that like skateboarding blew up.
Yeah.
Like Tony Hawk started getting on video game platforms, and that was really blowing up. So the music that went along with that scene, like God forbid, well,
yeah, it was kind of a fad. I agree with you. It was a little bit of a fad. I'm not into it.
So how's 2021 going for you boys?
Not great. Actually, it's going really well. We got shows coming up. We're going to line up some big time events.
Hell yeah.
Since you brought up the community center thing, we got to bring that shit back, bro. We got
all age shows.
I am down.
like nasty stuff, dude, because we got the wherewithal to do it now.
You know, I was getting into that with bringing that up. Cody, do you think, based on what we saw, what we went through with setting up the shows and bringing kids out, do you think kids still want that? Do you think kids still need like an event, an all ages event to go to where they can just hang out with their friends and listen to loud, noisy music?
And would it work?
I don't think they've ever been exposed to it.
Yeah. And you would need people in high school.
Would they care? Would they
act
even
as a
care to
bridge.
come out? Or just
I
stay at home and be like, why is
think-
this in a live stream?
I think if you can get them out, well, and now COVID, with that solidifying the screen so much for a younger generation, it may be a little bit harder. But the day that we do come out of this horrible pandemic, I genuinely think that it's kind of like you said, if you build it, they will come. If you expose these kids to like how the atmosphere in the entire room of a show is just like I don't want to say something cliche like electric or anything like that, but it's definitely palpable.
Yeah.
It is.
Like how we used to say back in the day, there was no sweat like show sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you just fucking it was a wonderful
If you
outlet.
couldn't barely walk and barely talk after playing a show, it's like
You didn't do it right.
You didn't do it right.
That was the goal. Like how much can you convey in your 30 minutes? It was especially back then, when you'd play these fests, these local fests where you've got like 9 or 10 bands on a bill playing at a community center or a church. I remember specifically there was one in Gaucher, that church that now has the soccer fields in front of it. There was a church back there, and they did like this big, huge, like metal fest, and nobody wanted to go first because it was all these kind of like I said, the modern day hair metal kind of groups that we were playing with, and we were just kind of like, all right, fuck it, we'll go. And I just remember setting the bar about this fucking high. We had one of the best shows we ever played.
Yeah.
Just get out there and do it. Just like set it up, pass out the flyers, promote.
The thing is, most of the time, like especially our early shows, they knew us. Like most of the people there knew you.
It was your friends.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to get like younger kids that have bands and stuff to participate.
Yeah, but I think the chance of the younger generation, the chance of none of them playing guitar and maybe like, hey, being in a band would be pretty cool, setting something up. It's slim to none that is not happening in high schools all along the coast.
Or definitely not now during a pandemic, I wouldn't think.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna put
Maybe
on some
one day
big ass events and just see where it goes.
So I don't know. As far as live shows, like you definitely are starting to see some of the larger acts doing like pay-per-view shows. Like I've seen Dance Gavin Dance do it. I've seen the Starting Line do it. That may very well be a decent way to do it. Have a big. I mean, Twitch does it pretty well. I imagine you probably couldn't do a Zoom call with like 120 people watching a show. But Twitch does it great. Stream the show on Twitch. You can talk to your friends in chat.
Well, I feel like this is kind of like the new medium. This is the
True.
new. This is the new venue to play. This is the new tattoo shop to play. Anyone and everyone and their mom who has a podcast and is supporting music. I mean, it's that's a new place to go play.
Yeah, but the whole reason I was willing to be the proverbial phoenix bringer of the scene around here, like you once did. You know, the scene was something, and then it kind of died off, and then we came along, and I started going into the Snow Shack and graffitis. The Snow Shack maybe I didn't go into. Now that I think about it, Mike Robinson's mom ran that place, and I think Michael Jackson and Puzz and Mike Robinson were all playing shows in there before we were. But with graffitis, I definitely stopped by that place. It had just opened up, and I had driven by a few times. I was a pizza man at the time, and I said, fuck it. And I went in there, and I went and talked to the owner. I was like, hey, I was kind of thinking about, putting on a show here. And it's like, it looks like you kind of have like a little stage set up. Like you're ready to kind of do this kind of thing, but I don't think you're quite doing it yet. So what do you say? Give us a shot. And then from there, graffitis ran for fucking 2-3 years. It was almost the number one venue around here for kids to do that shit because it was easy to set up and you knew what to expect. You knew the shows were going to be about $5. You knew that it is all ages, alcohol available to 21 and up. And they were really fucking good about making sure that anything like inside, you can't help what goes on in the parking lot.
Right.
But
they were really good about making sure everybody abided by the rules and shit like that.
That was the last place that Mordecai played.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Played with Pacifist there.
Yep. But speaking of graffitis, that place, if you ever had a question of like putting it to the test of if there was a all ages venue that did nothing but shows and had the arcade games and sold hot dogs and popcorn and was just like, here, go here, get away from your parents, listen to loud music. That was the proof of concept in place. And it worked for a little bit, but not enough to survive.
You can't bank on generations like coming up behind it. Almost kind of like skateboarding.
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely a shitload of kids skateboarding now, and the X Games are still huge and have a shitload of money in them, but it doesn't have that public impact that it used to 20 years ago.
But in any scene always has waves.
Yeah.
There's always a lull and a height. And I remember like 2004 to 2007, it might have been like a crest of a wave. And then after that, it kind of like started to die down. And then by, I think like 2010, it was kind of,
Well,
nothing.
that was 2010 was about the resurgence. 2009, 2010 was about the resurgence with graffitis. Because we were playing, me and Matt and his little brother were playing in, it had a few names. Originally it was The Uprising, and then it went to Bear the Indian or something. I don't know, it was just a shitload, but we played a few amount of shows, and it was just kind of like fun, punchy, in your face metalcore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Wow.
I was like talking more about like the kids coming out, like keeping it going.
There was no like big act, I guess.
The thing is yeah, I do believe that a big aspect of that is the whole friendship thing. You know, are your friends going? Because that was definitely a primary reason that we would go to shows, not only to listen to music and see these bands, but to hang out with our fucking friends and do the damn thing.
But you also need the kids that are coming up that are interested in it to be able to hand that off to. And if there's no bands, no younger bands,
they have no idea where to look.
There's nobody to hand it off to, and then everything just kind of goes into a lull.
A dead language that is beseeched within a Pompeii.
You got any songs about dead languages?
Oh, shit, here we go. And before we get into that, I gotta say, I had no idea you spearheaded the effort to start shows at Graffitis.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't really like to. Blah, blah, blah,
no, you should. I would. I'd talk all the. I mean, hell, how long ago was that? You know. I mean.
But yeah. No, I finally just got the balls up and literally dropped off a pizza and on my way back to the store walked in.
It's the same thing I did with Barking Dog. I just went in there and be like, "Hey, you guys cool with bands playing?" They're like, "Yeah, bring them in." I was like, "Cool, let's set it up."
It's that easy.
All right. I'm gonna try this one. It shouldn't be too terribly bad. It is the second track, the first full track on our full length. Never Had, Never Will, which can be found at our Bandcamp. Don't try and pay me for it because I won't receive it. But this is called Rocks of Fire. I'm gonna need that. Don't stray. Sticks and me to collect some souls and send to propagate a deal of revenge. His cards face down in a pool of whiskey, thrown off the bend. A nest in the cliffs. Suddenly my pockets felt full and my fist grew thick. I knew to keep my guard. The mongoose is a swift reflex when the dogs start to bark. Is there a way out? Cliffs grow ledges shy. The sky is raining fire. The sky is raining fire. My tin of metal. My own hell. The sky is raining fire. The sky is raining fire. Keep your arms tucked and head on the ground. A false step left won't see me at best. Stranded under my umbrella and she won't make my peace, my soul I'll keep. Stranded under my umbrella and she a false step left won't see me at best. Stranded under my umbrella and she won't make my peace, my soul I'll keep. use your words. They might convey encouragement. They're no good for verbs, for moving and making results. Trekking new tracks and keeping that chin up. So I guess I'm half of the wall. My knuckles need to break, but vertically I'll crawl. Destination Halo's Ridge. I'll keep coming back as long as it's uphill. Shaving seconds off my life. Pretty decent chance I'll die, but slightly ingrained in who I am. Destined to taste sky again. Something like that.
Woo! Yeah! Cody Rosscup!
Is that as loud all around vocally as it is in here?
Yes, where all of our headphones are exactly the same.
Heard that.
Is it too loud?
I think it's a little
Wow.
much. I don't know.
How
if
old are
it's
you?
like that. Huh? What?
How old are you?
Huh? Old enough to have prostate exam.
Lord. Yeah,
Older than you.
we we take loudness over quality here. You know what I mean? We crank shit.
Phil likes it when it clips.
I mean, dude, we spent like what $4,800 on these headphones.
It's just
Like,
the
so we
Jack-
want to use them.
The Jack Nicholson smile and nod gif as the clips come in.
We spent a pretty penny on this stuff, so we like to crank this shit. You know?
Josh, what's going on with you, man? You just got over COVID. You just got out of quarantine. How you feeling?
I'm great. It's wonderful.
You look good.
Thanks, man.
Like the skin complexion is just amazing. Like,
Appreciate it, man.
do you use like a face wash or
No.
something? Neutrogena?
You got that baby
Good old
face.
water.
Take a
Baby cheeks.
multivitamin?
You bought a house?
I bought a house.
Bought a house.
Homeowner
Bought a
now?
house.
My boy is adulting.
I am an adult.
This guy's got money.
I know. He sent me a picture of his music room, and everything's like very, very organized, very meticulous.
What's in your
Yeah.
music room?
Drums.
Guitars on the walls. I don't even know if my amps still work. I need to go through
some
everything.
cables,
Closet full of cables.
vaguely like this.
And I got, I need to set up my interface and my laptop and stuff and start recording, but I just been working or playing video games. I need to get on with it.
Wow, I thought you were going to say something important. You
No.
had a bunch of important shit going on, like
Nope.
video games. Can't set it up.
Hey, man.
Josh is a amazing and excellent musician. Like with his ear, he's got a very critical ear. I've had a good fortune of jamming and playing shows with Josh, working with him on music. He's got an excellent, amazing ear. I still do not understand why you don't give music lessons. Your vocal, guitar, whatever. You would be so great.
Then I got to
at
deal
can-
with people.
You can shit out vocal melodies pretty.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're like a hit maker. Is that right? Is that fair to say?
I think I do better as like an editor than most things, like a
Producer.
production.
What you ever thought about getting into like ghostwriting?
No. No, actually. I mean, sometimes I'll like think of something and I'll be like, there's no way I could fucking sing that. There's no fucking way. So maybe you have a point there.
You
I
should
don't
get
know.
into that. There's a
should
lot
get
of
into
money
that.
into that
Yeah.
because there's a lot of shitty bands out there that don't write their own stuff because they want the easy track. You know, you record the bare bones of it
We want
and
it
sell the
all.
songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you and Cody, y'all went to high school together, so you had Drowning Autumn going on. Cody had Roma going on.
Shit, we graduated the same year. We
Yep.
lived 2-3 blocks away from each other growing up.
Yeah. Your bassist lived like his grandma was down
yeah,
the
yeah.
street.
Matt Bertram was like 2 houses down from
And we
his
were-
house.
Always fucking playing shows together.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, the OS clique, man. It was extensive.
Yeah.
but it was ours.
It was good, man. It was no negative, no bad vibes.
Trading Crocs and just trading cargo shorts.
Yep.
And polo
What was that?
shirts.
What was that community center that was over by the fire station? Over
Fountain
the
Fountain Blue. Yep.
I remember
I
playing.
Trophy
fucking
Scars,
love those
baby.
shows, man.
It was your mom and somebody else's mom, maybe Alex's mom.
I think it was Alex's
And-
mom.
Yeah, and did booked it one time, and that was probably one of my favorite shows there.
because it was organized.
Was that the
Now that I know you a lot
Wait,
better.
Y'all's moms are booking shows?
Well, they like ran it. They
Yeah.
sold merch and.
Their moms
Took
were
ticket money.
super supportive.
Wow.
Super supportive.
My mom.
I mean, our
called me a
practice
piece
place
of
was my
shit.
house,
Yeah.
basically.
Wow, I'm impressed.
the good old days.
What a
Yeah,
mom. My mom found my Marilyn Manson CD and broke it. Told me I was going to hell.
Yeah, my dad saw I had a Spin magazine with Kurt Cobain on the front. He was like, "Nope, this is in the trash. You're gonna
Yeah.
kill
This is
yourself."
the
I'm
devil.
like, "What?"
How rude.
Kurt Cobain wants you to kill yourself.
Well,
Nah,
I mean,
my parents were super cool. Like my dad, he'd hear my music and be like, "I don't like it, but if it makes you happy."
what type?
it's
I
an
definitely
acquired
got the
taste, Dad.
I definitely got the edited CDs growing up, but there was no no, you can't.
I remember telling my dad that At the Drive-In was the new Led Zeppelin.
Damn.
Well, he's like, "What's this garbage?"
I'd have pulled-
I listened to the whole CD when he was like driving, and he was like, when we got to the end of it, he was like, "Can we change this now?"
Yeah, you got to get the belt after that. Like, you're getting the belt.
that feeling, that angst, bro.
This music's amazing, Dad.
You just don't understand.
I have a question. Has anyone ever gotten like a whooping over bringing home some music?
No.
I have.
I'm sorry.
I thought that
No.
was
I
everybody.
wasn't Christian enough. That's
Yeah.
what the problem
First
was.
CD I ever bought was fucking Dre 2001.
My first CD ever was Big Willie style.
Which
But your mom's really laid back. She's really cool. I mean, she's
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 cool.
super chill until
like-
she's,
she's-
like,
yeah,
you
she's
piss
not
her
gonna
off, and
worry
then she's
about
an
that.
Italian
Not
from
gonna
New
worry
I
about
don't
Jersey.
Dre.
think laid back is the term
Yeah.
that I would. She's
cool.
friendly.
Yeah.
She's cool, but that woman.
She'll fucking tell you like it is.
Yep.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah, she will.
Big Willie style, huh?
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
impressed. I think everybody bought that CD.
Well, I was like
I did.
6.
Yeah.
Wait, you were 6?
Yeah, and I was buying CDs with my own money.
I was 9. I
Nah,
was
I'm just
smoking
kidding.
Camel cigarettes in the woods and shit, doing skull dips. You know what I mean? Can I tell you my first CD?
Please.
Because it was the only one I was like able to buy because I had the belt waiting at home. You know, I couldn't it was the Free Willy soundtrack.
What the fuck?
That's a true story. Swear to God, Free Willy soundtrack.
What was on that?
A lot of Michael Jackson, and that's why I bought it because I was big into Michael Jackson.
man.
It's the 90s.
And I've told
bro.
this story
You can't hate
before.
on
No, I
MJ's
didn't.
music,
No.
man. Like,
Yeah, he didn't do nothing, man. So I would sit in my room in my underwear with like a fucking fake microphone.
No, I agree. I don't think he did anything.
No, he just loved kids, bro. He wanted to heat up that milk. You know what I mean?
The first CD I bought was Rod Stewart.
Really?
Dude,
Whoa.
Like
And
good
then-
Rod
and
Stewart
Billy-
or
Billy Joel,
terrible?
River of Dreams, right behind that.
That's deep. Were you into that, like at the time?
That's what I was. That's what I listened to because my mom would play, the Top Pops radio station, and so the only music I heard was, and this was early '90s, and I was old enough to get an allowance, save up my money, go to Bebop. Bebop was the place, and go
Yep.
buy a record, and I finally had enough money. I had like $40, right? Because the CD was like $20, and I bought Rod Stewart and Billy Joel, River of Dreams.
Billy Joel.
Oh,
That
nice.
song,
shit.
River, you want me to down river? That song was the shit. I mean, Billy Joel's the shit, but anyways,
man.
That was good stuff. I remember a big album for me,
Richard Marx.
Ace of Base.
Oh, yeah?
You remember Ace of
90s
Base? Who
electronic,
didn't rock
man.
Ace of Base
You saw the
back in
signs?
'97?
I thought you were gonna say what's that one band? Umpa Lumpa Gumba Samba
Oh,
Chumbawamba?
Chumbawamba. Yeah,
You take a
I
whiskey
thought you were
drink?
gonna say Chumbawamba.
yeah. Yeah.
I watched the One Hit Wonder episode on them, and they did not make music like that. They were like a political punk band, and they became that
Yeah.
fucking crazy shit.
Whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Someone had some bad
I mean,
karma in that. fucking
Everybody
band.
likes to drink.
Okay,
you know.
you get fame, but your cause
And then I went into that phase where I went to the middle of the mall to the Indian guy and I bought the big Cash Money Records chain or the No Limit Records chain with the tank that spun.
No, it was.
I bought that shit.
It was all about the watch.
Yeah.
When I was, dude, Van Cleve. Oh man, Van Cleve Middle School was all about their Geneva and Fossil watch games.
Geneva
watches.
Ooh, I remember those.
With those watches, man.
Had them diamonds in there that always fell out. All those pesky diamonds.
There was always the kid that had like way too many links in the band, so he's just constantly like throwing his wrist, and then one time he does it. And...
Speaking of Van Cleve, I was gonna say after the scene kind of died from us playing, it didn't really pick back up again until Farrell with Enjoy the Weather started hammering out some shows, trying to make some noise.
Yeah.
And he was from Van Cleve.
Yeah. Yeah, we really didn't see eye to eye for a few years. Just
you hated that son of a bitch, didn't you?
No, it was just kind of like
what are you talking about? I was just talking about a lull in a scene.
Yeah. Well, no, it was like
giving the drama. He had what was his band? Einstein's Attic, right?
Yeah, Einstein and the Attic. And then Kyle came to play with us, so there was like a lot of.
Was Kyle from Einstein's Attic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there was a lot of tension there for a few years, and then luckily Farrell and I were just kind of like, bro, what the fuck?
Oh, because you stole the drummer. Right. Yeah. That's when you're young. When
there's
you're
a teenager,
you got a good thing
matters.
going. Everyone's a very capable, and you're like, oh, this is a good outfit. And then somebody goes to play with somebody else, and then
it's like your girlfriend cheating on you.
Yeah,
it really is. Back then, it was.
I thought we had a good thing
it was
going,
like, why aren't you playing with me?
And now you dipping your toe in something else,
dipping that elbow in another pond.
Kyle did work really well with you guys, but I was gonna say when I saw Einstein's Attic, the one and only time I saw Einstein's Attic was at a show in Moss Point at the nice one, and they broke a string, and it took like 15 minutes for them to change it right there in the middle of their set, and I was just like,
as a person who's played shows and broken strings, that's painful.
And I think, and they didn't play first.
You got 2 minutes.
They were like in the middle. They were in the middle lineup, and I was just like,
Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan will change that bitch while he's playing.
Woo, he wouldn't even stop, dude.
Anyways,
yeah, that video is legendary.
I thought Kyle did you a great service.
Hell yeah,
bringing it in.
That and not only was it because he was
fun.
We had Derek Edwards as our drummer, way back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, Derek Edwards was the original drummer for the Oceana, and then which transitioned into Roma. But
Kyle was a good drummer.
Yeah, so.
I always thought he was like going to be a professional studio circuit.
So did I,
guy.
Especially when he got endorsed, by Shine, got his own like custom kit or whatever. But,
Phil's still waiting on that call.
Dude.
Gotta send the pictures, bro.
Dude.
That press kit.
If once these drum companies find out about me, I feel like I'm going to get that.
Are you looking SJC? You need to. So never mind. He doesn't like SJC.
I need 2 rack toms, bro, and then they just
floor tom, yeah.
I don't like 4-piece drum kits. I feel lost. You know what I mean? I like SJC drums. But I need gold hardware, right? Because I'm a fancy guy, and I want a stripe going down the side of the drums.
Kyle did the same thing. His was purple with the stripe. He had his own kind of creative flair, which definitely showed when we were writing music together. So it wasn't just like, hey, here are the songs that we wrote with Derek, learn a drum part to it and we're good. Like we actually kind of came back to these songs and reworked them with Kyle and really like pumped that just kind of creative energy out. Like the first time Kyle and I ever jammed was, of all places, and it was really weird that it ever happened, but was in my bedroom at my house, and that never fucking happened. But like we jammed and it was just kind of improv. Yeah, improv on the fly kind of shit. And the shit we came up with that day ended up going into a lot of songs we were working on.
I love those first jams you have with people and they just fucking click.
That's how I feel about Josh. Get in the room with him.
Yeah. When you get this man focused and
Yeah,
eyes on the prize,
yeah.
the mountains you have to move to make that happen.
What happens when he's not focused, though? You know what I mean? Is it
Yeah,
what happens? Is it a
He's
shit
playing
show?
video games.
I fuck off.
What type of video games are we talking about?
I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky lately.
I don't know what that is.
Jordan's been playing.
Is that an
today,
RPG? Is that like one of the super nerd games, or is it?
Yeah, man, you explore the universe. Any fucking star you see, you can fucking go to it.
I think Cody's ready to play a
Sounds
song
like Star
about
Trek.
No
It's
Man's
fucking-
Universe.
I want to keep talking about No Man's Skyland. Yeah. Is it like Spyro the Dragon? Like is it something like that?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Just tell that story
Okay.
about buying Free Willy soundtrack again with that Malibu in the background. Drink Malibu now. This is a Free Willy.
Hey, man, you can't hate on it. I can't hate on it. Shit, you can drink. You can drink that shit straight.
Is this next song called Donkey Kong Country, or what was this song called?
Let's do a solo Cody.
Patrick McKinley saying good things about you, Cody.
Oh, I love that, dude.
God.
What is up? I missed the fuck out of you. I was actually talking about you today. Someone was doing something where they shook something and something rose to the top. And it was from Pat McGinley that I learned if you have mixed nuts and you want those fucking wonderful cashews, and they will float to the top. Yeah, no, Pat's good people, man. I love that guy.
We're gonna have him on in a couple months.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me know. I would like to try and crash that.
Come on.
Because, man, I really miss the hell out of Pat. Love you, dude. So, yeah, this is a solo Cody song. This is kind of after Dylan and I wrote the EP for Fireweather, and then immediately after recording the EP, Hollows and Titans, started working on Never Had, Never Will. And hell, we wrote that entire album, which played right the way we had it conceptually, only would have like paused once. Like the songs were built to flow into each other, pieces of music rather than songs. What was I talking about? Help me, Mitchell.
Help me, Obi-Wan.
You're my only fucking hope at the
Unbelievable.
moment.
You're talking about Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah, so you run around collecting these gems, and then you break out the bigger dragons that are like trapped in these crystal things. I don't remember the. Yeah, so after we wrote and recorded Never Had, Never Will, we really kind of tapered off from playing. And so I was just kind of putzing around on acoustic by myself and came up with a few songs. Some of them survive to this day. Some of them half survive to this day. And some of them I just don't remember how to play at all. This is one of the ones I do remember how to play. So I'm going to play it. It's called Blank Shades. And it was written, I wrote it like a month or two before moving to Texas. So. Just a month before life really started, I started moving. I started reasoning about the lies I've told and don't remember the answers to anymore, and how their gravestones shake, and how their caskets have long decayed. Blank shades. When I first noticed my hands and fingers, I started building, I started assembling. Well, hard at work the wasp looks for his resources, the foundation of his home. Hanging from the eave, step to the lives from which he's tethering. Will build and build, his house will grow, aware of each day spent to make his throne. Every single drop on every single blade, on every morning he awoke to paint these blank shades. Before life really started, I started fraying, I started unraveling. The wind picked up and tore my house from the east, and I couldn't bear anymore. There was no concrete, and no one there to see me weep. So I began to fly west. I hoped that I would soon find another home, but I'm just a drifter, and I'll always be on another corner painting blank shades. Something like that.
Woo!
You see
Yeah.
how? Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's not this song, but the song before that, where you're doing these parts in it, kind of reminded me a little bit of like Neutral Milk Hotel.
Huh.
Interesting.
Nifty.
Did you say Neutral Milk Hotel?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Good stuff.
I'm in an
Sounds
airplane.
illegal.
Good stuff.
Oh my God.
This is quite a departure from the old days of swinging the guitar around, throwing it around, and throwing down. You like this better? You like being more intimate with the acoustic, playing the open mic, and
It's apples and oranges. So about 2010, 2011, Josh and a few friends and I essentially get this baller ass house out in Biloxi, off of Pops Ferry, set off in the back of the woods. The house, you can get lost in the motherfucker. It was definitely haunted.
Get lost in the woods.
Yeah, definitely haunted. But this was around the time like the whole oil spill money started coming in.
Oh yeah.
And this man made out like a fucking bandit.
How? Tell me how. Tell me how. I want details. Is it crooked? You don't have to talk about it.
I lost my job and shit because of it. So they gave me money.
It's been more than 7 years.
Sounds very easy. Sounds simple.
But
Well, no, I had to go to appointments and be like, look, I
oh,
can't
dude,
pay
yeah,
anything.
no, that shit sucked. Could you imagine if that shit happened during COVID?
It'd be ridiculous.
Because I worked at oil spill. I was that guy on the beach, picking up nothing, and getting paid ridiculous amounts of money and burning my ass off. So you got like what, 25,000 from it?
No,
No,
they
what'd
gave
you
me
get,
I
like
think
10?
10 grand. Yeah.
Jesus God.
So with that, it was time to build a home studio. So
I redid
So you
the
blew
garage.
your money on a home studio.
I mean, we did it super cheap. We did it super DIY, but I bought like Pro Tools and stuff like that with it.
Oh shit.
stuff you still have and use today.
Yeah, still.
Oh, okay,
I
good.
So it
still
wasn't.
use all
It
of
definitely wasn't a waste or anything. But like, dude, this house was. God, it had to have been from like the 20s or the 30s.
It was huge, and
It was-
somebody really rich used to live there. It was run down as fuck when we were there. But
Yeah.
it used to be a nice house.
So I was jamming in there to answer Mitchell's question. Hey, perfect timing. So yeah, this big illustrious house, and then Josh took his BP money, and we did some home studio building, and just living there at the time, and it was like, all right, finally, I have the place that we can like practice at. And so we're in there playing one day, and super long story short, my amp fried, the head unit just. So if I didn't switch to acoustic, I was spending a shitload of money on another amp, and I was just tired at that point. Didn't really have a band or anything like that, so I started fucking around with the acoustic. And then eventually Dylan and I picked up, and that was where Fireweather came from. So
And Dylan came from Josh's old band.
kinda, yeah. Like
We were all always hanging out, playing Street Fighter.
So yeah, Dylan is a madman when it comes to a keyboard,
Oh yeah.
playing piano. So yeah, there were definitely a lot of people being like, "Yo, Dylan, you should come play with us." You come play
Yeah.
with us.
I've had that conversation with him like 5 times now in my life. Like, hey man, you want to come play music?
But yeah, so we wrote, and then I moved to Texas, and we tried to write remotely, and that just didn't happen. But now I'm back, and we're all just so fucking consumed with a game that music has kind of, like, we're not actively working on writing new stuff, but there is a shell there. We do have an idea, and just kind of waiting on ideas, just kind of sitting, stewing on it for a little bit, kind of let it be fresh when we come back in. So yeah, right now it's just a lot of D&D.
That's cool. I wouldn't mind. I mean, seeing you play with a full, band
That
electric
was-
in when you did Phil's house show, when he did the house party,
Yeah.
and you just jumping in on the on electric just to dick her
Yeah.
off. I was like, ooh, there's a Cody I know. I mean, I've sang praise about you and your voice and how soulful it is with the acoustic songs, and but yeah, when you played Phil's house and you were in that with the bass and drums, I was like, ooh, I'm making my balls tingle.
Yeah, which completely reminds, dude, I totally forgot. I found someone that can work on, I came into another amplifier, and lo and behold, I got it for free because no power gets to it. Said, hey, if you can fix it, it's yours. So I took it and finally found someone who can work on it. So, and I completely forgot. I've been letting that guy hang for like a week and a half without getting back to him like I told him I would.
Yeah.
Wow, I am an ass.
Well, let's talk. Speaking of being an ass, let's bring it back. You said, let's calm down and mute the guitar. You said that the reason you haven't been writing new music is because there's a lot of D&D going on, right? That means Dungeons and Dragons on the computer, right?
No,
Sipping
like-
Mountain Dew, eating Doritos 3D chips or whatever
I think
y'all
you're
do.
thinking of World of Warcraft.
What are we talking about? What?
So we're talking about a group of friends that get together at a table and roll dice.
Holy shit! You're talking about the pen and paper
Tabletop,
stuff, like the super
Yes,
deep
with-
nerd shit.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I mean,
Now, the
you
thing
know
is-
what it is.
No, it gets better. It gets deeper. We're going nerd inception. Not only are we doing that,
Oh boy.
but it's homebrew, which means it's not like official rules from the company. Like, it's my story that I'm writing by myself, with the help of my players, of course, because that's how D&D works.
Wait,
Like, you need one to have the other.
You write your own story?
Yeah, dude.
You got your own team, your own group, right?
Yeah, a group of fellas that I play with. And it's nice because we'll trade off DM or Dungeon Master.
I remember, what was it, last summer when you and Josh were coming over to jam at my house. You're like, hey, I could do it. but I can't do it on
Wednesdays.
I can't do it on Wednesday night because I got D&D. But any other night, bro, it's cool as long as I'm not working.
Just like to be
I'll mess with my D&D games.
completely honest with you, man. Like it is just the sole creative outlet for me right now because essentially it's almost like novel writing. You're world building, you know, like creating the world, creating politics, the government, how that works, laws, fucking places of note, It's world building.
Does Josh play with you?
No, I don't think Josh.
Never gotten into the
He's not that
tabletop.
advanced.
I'll get
Or
him to
he
the
has
table
stuff
one
he's
of
got to
these
do.
days, though.
I've like legit said I would do it a couple times. I just never gotten
So
to
do you have like a team name? Like is your team name like N is for nerds or something? Like what?
No. So the way like group names come is actually in game and it's specific to the game being played. But luckily, I'm not the only DM. Other people of the group can DM and have DM'd, so it doesn't get stale. You know, we get to play musical chairs on who takes what role.
Do y'all drink beer while you do it? You drink like
we
warm
used to.
milk or orange juice or something?
We used to get pretty fucking hammered, and it was just really affecting the game. I, in my personal life, quit drinking around the same time, so it kind of, I'm not sure if they did it out of respect. They definitely didn't need to because it hasn't been a problem, obviously.
You don't get triggered by bottles or anything like that? Other people drinking?
No, I'm a little over 6 months, no alcohol. And no, it's not a
Yeah,
problem.
I remember that last time you were on here. You're like, yeah. I think even maybe at your house party he was.
No, I was drinking then.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
he was
definitely
drinking
drinking.
then.
Last time he was on, I was like, what kind of beer you want to drink? And he was like,
he
"I'm
did
good."
he made some questionable remarks and we won't get into it. But yeah, he was drinking. He was definitely drinking.
When I was a kid, there was this game called Heroes Quest. I don't know if you remember it, but it was
Sounds
kind of
familiar.
it was a role playing game, and I got it like I think for Christmas one year, and I opened it up at my grandparents' house, and I was just so disappointed. I like this game is so complicated, but the pieces were so cool, right?
Yeah.
And all I wanted to do was just play with the pieces, and I was like, I don't give a shit about these rules. I just want to like
A grid?
Yeah. My God, this other shit.
I'm gonna be
Movement speed?
I want the 2-cent like plastic pieces.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't understand.
You
any
never
of
had
this
He-Man?
stuff. Yeah, sure.
It was like that. It was
Okay.
like He-Man. It looked like He-Man, but it like way smaller.
Yeah, you ever play like Jetpack Joyride?
Is that like the sequel to Leisure Suit Larry? What the fuck is that?
It's like $1.99 on the game store on PlayStation. You take the jetpack, you go. Brrr.
What's his next song, Cody?
Ads included. I think I'll do another solo Cody era song. The second verse to this song has changed every single time that I do it. So I don't know if I'll even do a second verse, but we'll see.
Swing it.
Cool.
Do some freestyle rap on that second verse.
All right. And West, no, just kidding. Slow down, baby. We'll be on time. And you'll find that the night's still young, so let's go at our pace. Enticing July. And you'll find that we're not even late at all. It's got nothing to do with the schedules they drew, their opinions and their views about life. Felt poised with the anchor on my breathing, and kept my cravings sleeping while our passions wait in line. But our time arose when it did for reasons that we'll find amongst the clouds, the deeper that we So I'll just say let's slow down, baby. Fucking up all the time. Slow down, baby. We'll be on time. You'll find that the night's still young, so let's go at our pace. Enticing July. Yeah, and that's where the second verse would go, but there is no second verse.
Oh man.
Thanks.
Josh, what the fuck's going on with you, man?
Yeah, what are you doing? I mean, we
What
know
the
you're
fuck,
not playing some D&D paper and pen shit, drinking orange juice in your mom's basement. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You growing the fro out?
No, I need a haircut. I'm not doing that middle thing anymore.
What are you doing? Are you writing songs? Are you keeping low? What's going on?
Nothing. Really.
How's that
Seriously.
concept album coming?
I don't have one.
Why not?
I don't know,
Dude,
man.
was it you that, or was it Ben that talked about Raziah's Shadow the other day?
It was me, yeah. I fucking love that shit, dude. Hate on it all you want. There is something static.
It's Josh's mic. Figure it out.
Yeah, it's probably got a short in it.
Yeah, I got it.
But hey, I wanted to bring up, Josh and Cody both were in the music video that we did earlier in 2020. You were there, Phil.
The Atana?
Yeah, you remember you were playing the music when we were at the juke joint. Josh was on stage with me, and Cody was wearing a Jason mask from Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that was appropriate for the event that we were doing. I think because it was a Star Trek themed event, so that worked out well. I think, right?
It was a freaks welcome event.
Exactly.
Huh.
But that turned out
Excuse
so
me
great.
while I
I was so happy
expel
that
your-
Cody showed up for it.
Yeah.
What's the timeline looking on the second one, Nisha?
I don't know.
Yeah, we doing the second video? Hey, is the second video going to be like a theme? Like, do we have a theme yet?
Yeah.
What's the theme?
It's a laundromat if we do it.
Laundromat.
Yeah. I didn't tell you about it?
No, you did not tell me about it at all.
All right.
You
Well,
I missed that phone call.
No, we're gonna party in the
Tell me about
laundromat.
Do we need extras?
Yes, of
How-
course,
how-
always.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get the okay from the laundromat owner,
I'm sure.
you
Give
know,
him $42. I'm sure he'll be
you know,
fine with it.
and then we can set up a date.
Laundromat.
It's not gonna be like a Tana where
no.
like it took like 2 days and 5 months to
You gonna do it yourself?
do it.
You gonna hire a guy?
Probably gonna hire somebody.
Okay.
And
don't have to say
and then
names. Okay.
I mean I already got a storyboard sketched out, but
Okay.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, so I don't priorities.
No, this is the
priorities.
Bullshit. This is the perfect time to shoot a music video right now.
So what are you doing, Josh?
Nobody's got nothing going on. You know what I mean? Everybody acts like they're busy, but they're really not. They're just everybody's lazy. Like Cody's like, I'm busy. I can't write any new songs, but I'm drinking orange
you
juice,
wanna hear
playing
It's not
D&D.
necessarily busy. It's that we're just not in the mood.
Project
My
management.
creative outlets are.
Hey, you gotta have motivation. You gotta have energy. Like I have lots of energy and motivation. It's just a matter of
You're the most motivated
Prior-
person I've ever met.
It is. Mitchell has a problem.
prioritizing the order in which the projects get treated.
Hmm.
So drinking whiskey like helps to
Yeah.
curve that.
Well, I think I mean, I don't know how old, I don't know how old Josh is.
I am
Josh, how old-
31.
I know how.
31?
Oh, you said old. I thought you said how. I thought you were
Um,
saying I don't know how Josh is.
And I know Cody, you're 31, yeah?
Yeah.
I know that because you told me that outside, and I remembered because I pay attention to details when people talk to me.
Yeah, we were both oddly surprised at how much closer in age.
Yeah, and I know Mitchell's like 57 at this point.
57 and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, Mitchell's.
This Pepsi.
Diet
Diet Pepsi.
Pepsi too.
Yeah.
Booyah!
Yeah, Mitchell
I
still
thought you
reads
were
the
gonna say,
encyclopedia.
I don't know how Josh is, and then I was gonna reply back. I know exactly how Josh. I know all about Josh. What you want to know about Josh?
You know what's weird? When you're like, because I'm 34.
I don't know, dude. I think I might have you beat. Like I carry a picture of him in my wallet.
When he had long hair. Josh used to have the longest
long
fucking hair.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he had
How?
hair like down at his butt
Did
crack.
it go?
was
Did
so
it go
long.
up?
Yeah, dude.
Like I'm looking. Look, no offense. I'm
got
looking
tired
at
of
his
it.
hair. Like, does your hair go down when it's long?
I'm
Yeah,
not
when it's
kidding,
like,
dude.
what the
I really
fuck?
have a picture
It's like my
of you.
7th grade.
Can you show that
picture.
I
camera,
have a
please,
picture
sir?
of you in my wallet.
Wow, that's weird.
I have for years now.
That's fucking
actually.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
weird.
maybe-
It's bro love.
It's like a,
Is that bro love?
love, man.
Yeah,
How long, how
they've
long have
been
y'all
best-
known each other?
Yeah, they've been best friends since high school,
I
man.
met you when
Really?
you first came to town.
Yeah, when I first 2004.
Did y'all have sleepovers and stuff?
No.
No. That
Well,
was more you and Matt.
So you've never slept in the same room? Is that what you're telling me?
no,
I don't know. I mean, we used to live together.
Did you guys ever go on tour together?
No.
no.
I've never been on a tour. Ever.
This is ridiculous. I'm not getting anywhere where I wanted to be with those questions because I was like, well, for sure they slept in the same room together at some point.
Doesn't matter. Cody wants to play another song.
I'm just getting Dadgad ready.
It's
boy.
called "This One Time I Was on Tour."
Hey, so the game you play, does it ever end? Is it like Monopoly where it keeps on going forever?
What's the thing called? The Gurgagon? The Gregagon?
The
Gurga.
Demogorgon.
The Demogorgon.
Mm.
He is a demon lord
That's right.
and looks nothing
You
like.
got any songs about the Demogorgon?
No, I don't.
Hmm.
But I do have a song about. No, never mind.
Oh yeah, it's probably nasty, huh?
When
Yeah,
we
well.
who we got coming on next week?
The sound, we got the
Like
sound.
when the sound
Holy
comes on
shit.
next week, this is gonna be every 3 seconds.
But
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, it's gonna. Be,
Get
to
rid of
answer your
Kevin
question,
Harris.
Can't
if you
help.
want to keep it going, I've heard of games lasting multiple years.
so is it a competition? Because you
No, you're together. You work together. You're part of a party, and
Yo, your mom's on. She's claiming Josh as one of her sons.
Because like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
is it like Age of
What up, Mom?
Empires?
What
Age
up,
of
Cody's
Empires.
mom?
Remember that game?
That's an
Yes.
RTS strategy.
Yeah,
game.
no, that's like isometric.
Totally
look
different
down,
deal.
Completely different.
Okay.
What up, Renee? How you
okay.
doing?
Hey, Mom.
It's not like League of
Props to the
Legends or
mom.
nothing like
No.
that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm
I
just
can tell.
saying games.
Phil's a meathead, man.
I like to play Call of Duty and Jetpack Joyride. And what's the game? What's the game where you're playing soccer with the cars? Rocket League?
Yeah,
I'm a big Rocket League
I
fan.
bet you are.
Dude, I get so mad at those kids. You know what I'm saying? There's trash ass kids.
hacker!
Hacker, man. They're all hackers.
Hey, do you like test your songs out on your mom and be like, "Hey, mom, check this out"?
No, I am super fucking weird about my parents listening to
Really?
me. Like growing
I
up
would
the
be
whole
too,
time, I
yeah.
was like, look, don't acknowledge I'm playing, don't stand in the doorway and listen
Really?
to me play. Like leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Like I still won't like practice singing in the house. I've got to have the house to myself if I'm gonna be like full like here.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
You
fucking weird.
You want to be judgment free.
Maybe
You want to be in
I
your
don't-
own space to where you're comfortable
or
making
just-
mistakes.
just avoid
Your
the
mom said,
whole-
"Hey."
cool. Like avoid the whole like, oh my god, I'm so proud of that. That was beautiful.
But
Like,
that's what moms are supposed
Yeah, we
to
don't
do.
need that
I know,
bullshit.
but
We don't need their approval.
I ain't got time for that.
Right.
I love you, Mom. I
get it.
appreciate you.
Dude, do you remember the bullshit I used to play in recovery period? So like I came home from college and like, you know, a year or two went by and they're like, what's going on with you? What's up? And there was a site called mp3.com, right? But you could get rankings based on your zip code. So based on our zip code in Biloxi in Harrison County, we were number one for this one
I remember
one
that.
week.
No, I
this
remember
one
that.
week we were like number one for like I don't know, whatever the genre was, like
God,
indie rock or
what is
screamo or
that?
whatever. And my parents were like, "What's going on with you?" I came over one day and they're like, "Oh, I'm number one, I guess, this week on mb3.com. I'll probably change." Anyways, oh, let's check it out. Let's look it up. Well, this band that you're in, blah blah blah. We can listen to it. And I was like, "Yes, that's why it's mb3.com. Yeah, you can listen to it." And they brought it up, and we weren't number one. It had already changed. Somebody else had already like got more plays than us by that point.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, we'll listen to it anyways." And they press play, and they're like, "You sure you're number one?"
Yeah, no, they love our Joan Jett cover.
What are you thinking about?
It's the Joan Jett cover that really got him.
Oh man.
Fire away!
And then I started playing with Phil.
And the
Real
drums
talent.
got tighter than a tightrope for Barnum and Bailey.
Oh wow, it's a good one.
What is your feelings, Josh and Cody, on playing with drummers? I know Josh played with Alex, who also I played with, and Mordecai, and then you had several drummers. Alex left Mordecai, and then Phil came in, and it was a completely different dynamic. It was like playing with a calculator. Phil is so precise, right?
Alex was definitely...
Alex is the opposite of that.
Yeah, chaos for chaos's sake kind of style.
But it was so
bad.
distinct. I loved it,
He's still playing too. He actually just released a book.
A book?
Yeah,
of what? Photos?
I believe so. I can't remember the premise, Alex. I'm so sorry.
Stories?
But it's called. I believe it's a collection of photographs. I'm not sure if there are any like.
It's probably photos.
Probably about like talking dinosaurs or something.
He went to school for photography, so it's probably photography.
He's like teaching it now.
It's called Black Like Paul. So
Okay.
yeah, Alex Williams photography. Black like Paul.
Black,
comma like Paul.
yeah,
Black
like Paul, because Paul's black.
I guess so.
Okay.
But my experience playing with Alex, like you were saying, like he lended himself to the creative force, the what you called the chaos. Like I felt more creative, but with Phil, I also realized the importance of being tighter.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever played with anybody as tight as Phil. Like because he's so punctual in everything that he does. Is so calculated, and it was like I felt like I was in a bipolar band.
Alex, it was the best to play shows with him. Like, it was amazing. Live in front of people. Trying to record him was a fucking nightmare.
We talking about St. Alex?
Not at all. I recorded several EPs with Alex.
Well, then again, I
And,
was 16 when I didn't know about click tracks.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to do it.
No,
legit.
he would rehearse the songs all day long, and then I'd come home and record them, and he'd have them down. And he'd be all hot and sweaty, and be like, "Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm all loosened up." I mean, he was well prepared.
No, I'm
Dedicated.
that dude constantly was trying to play music
still
or
has
getting
that
into stuff.
dedication
Yeah,
in him,
I mean,
dude.
that
But
dude's
the
like
way
a
his
brother to me.
brain
that
worked
guy.
on coming up with fills and beats,
Very
I
atypical.
love that he didn't think like a drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He thought like outside the box, like
100% with you on that.
how can instead of listening to what the guitar was doing, he's like, yeah, fuck that. Let's listen to what the vocals are doing.
Yeah.
And play off of that. And I was like, what? Oh, that's crazy.
Right,
But
music
it works,
was I loved right.
But yeah, after Alex stepped out, it was a completely different experience playing with. I think we played maybe 2 years or something together. We did a couple tours, and it really opened up my eyes on how tight that you could actually get. And Phil being a metal drummer too brought a lot of that, and it actually reshaped
Trigger
the
tightness.
the whole not style, but the treatment that our approach to playing.
And looking back on that, it upsets me because, if you could go back in time and change some things you did musically and stuff.
Is it because you had the silver drums?
No, it had nothing to do with the drums. First of all, my body was full. And Cody, when I say full, I mean full of testosterone.
Oh yeah.
I had it coming out of my ears.
What does that have to do with anything?
Has a lot to do with everything. And I had zero discipline, right? As far as playing drums, I just wanted to shred. I was obsessed with shredding, and I had no sense of time.
What are you talking about?
So every show,
I just called you a human calculator.
let's calm down. Let's
metronome
let's
timing.
get our wits about us, right? Let's not get out of hand. I went as fast as I could every show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I could play it cleanly at this speed, to me that was a success because it was all about speed at that point. But you're not servicing the song.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now, all these years later, I realize some point you need to sit back and let these guys do what they do.
Dynamic is key. I mean, there's
Right.
definitely times for everybody to be loud, hard, and fast as much as I can, but that is at the end of a crescendo. one thing that I was always kind of interested in, but never really like put the time in way back in the day was theory. And then I started playing with Kyle, which I can relate completely about the whole like coming from someone who's just kind of like sporadic and chaotic to calculation, because Kyle was, you know, like marching band drummer. So a lot of dot, you know, click track and fucking making sure that we're pop, pop, pop. And he was also really good to explore like odd time signatures with. Unfortunately, I still didn't put in the time that I needed for the theory. Hell, probably only about a year ago is like when it really started clicking. Like watching videos on YouTube, like teach me music theory from the bottom up. And no, I'm not as well versed as I could be, and I probably forgot a lot of what I learned, but the core mechanics of it are so applicable to just like everyday kind of songwriting or even practice. It's so applicable that holding on to that is yeah, it's important to me. And brushing up on theory is really important to me. I've always loved odd time signatures. Like, there's a song on Never Had, Never Will that goes from like 7/4 to 4/4 to 4/8 to 3/4. Yeah, like we were trying to get fucking crazy with it. There's a song on there that's 2 counts of 5 and then a count of 3. I don't know. I just love that shit.
I was gonna say, like, it's amazing how working with someone else can completely reshape the way that you look at music or approach it. You know, with Alex, I was like, you know, anything goes, and then with Phil, you know, because he was so punctual, I like had to like, oh shit, we can't just be like fucking going blah 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 on the guitars and letting the distortion cover it up. It was like, oh, we need to match up our notes with exactly what he's doing, because if we don't, then it's off.
It needs to sound like a machine.
Yeah, he just wanted to be like, he was very, you know.
But the thing is, dude, is it's so rewarding when you finally fucking get it.
Yes.
Like to actually be that meticulous about like your timing and everything.
But you become a completely different group as well.
True.
Like that, those ingredients change and it becomes a completely different band.
Yeah, and I'm sure, you know, like hell, going back to the Music Box, I saw Psyopus play at the Music Box, and when you watch their show, they're not, you know, their music's super chaotic and fucking, but when you watch them play, they're just standing there counting the whole time because what they're, you know, just you can see them mouthing the numbers.
That's very entertaining to me.
Like it is. I
love that stuff.
I love that shit.
I love watching this.
Like, let me
count.
try and figure out that polyrhythm. Like, dude, putting 3/4 over 4/4. Oh.
No, I just want to hear pitch changes and the oscillation.
I die when I play. I played with. I don't know if you remember these guys. The guys from Day Moon Sky over in Mobile.
Yeah. Oh
yeah. So listen to this.
Bro.
Yeah. Deep shit, right? So I played with those guys for a little over a year. Never played a show. Like I drove back and forth, and we played with those guys. That was, to this day, the probably most rewarding musical experience I ever had, because they had like 8-minute, 10-minute songs. And it, like, I had to bring a notepad to that one because I had to count each part. And to this day, we recorded with Brian Graves over there, Grave Danger Productions over there. He had a little home studio. And to this day, I listened to those recordings. I was like, man, that was really cool, because it was like really odd time parts, and you couldn't just wing it. You couldn't jam to it.
Yeah.
You had to count, and I had to concentrate the whole time. And I've never been able to do that, and it was so much fun because after 6 months, you'd get through the 1 8-10 minute song, and you'd get through it, and everybody played perfectly, you know. And it was like, holy shit, that sounded so good. And I wish we could have followed through with that project, and I wish I could do another project like that where you just had a master songwriter.
There was another club in Mobile back in the day. It started with an R. I can't remember, like Club Raz or something like that. I just remember we played a show or two with that band, Day Moon Sky, and I remember like one song opened up with a little bit of a chugging part, and I think one of them played a PRS, and that's the only thing I remember of that band. God damn.
Yeah. Yep. They played PRS, and I think Tim played guitar.
Had
and
the mohawk.
Yeah, and that was probably the drummer you're thinking of, and then Alan still played keyboards. Just you talk about a freaking musical talent. Holy shit! Like the fact that I don't know if he's playing music now, but if he's not, it's a crime. Because whatever that guy heard was just like he had the two keyboards, and it was incredible.
So like you were saying, having a count like that, what I was just playing. Like, I don't even have to think about it anymore. I think just because I've been doing it that long.
Yeah.
But 7/4 took me so long to really nail down. But it's just so much fun.
Yeah, it's very rewarding once you like hit it, and you get in the groove of things, and you can add different stuff in. And I recently got big into Tesseract and a bunch of their albums and shit. And I would just love just sitting there counting and just figuring out their shit.
There was some recent band that's all about that shit, but I can't remember their name to save my life. Nope.
I'm glad you brought it up. Do you want?
I'm sorry.
Do you want to play another song?
I'll play another song.
Do another song.
Before I play another song, if you guys are ever bored, you should look into my boy Nick DePiro. He plays in a band called Night Versus.
I'm a big fan of Nick DePiro. I watch all his guitar videos.
Yeah?
Yeah, on Instagram. He's very good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Dude, his Twitch streams.
Yes. You talk about a talent? Holy shit.
Yeah, that man will just sit in his room and fucking here's a brand new fucking song off the top of my head. I think this sounds good. No, we'll come back in with this. And he just fucking, But, that's just been really rewarding. And his solo shit just hit Spotify, and I've been jamming the fuck out of it.
Yeah, he's good.
You should check it out. Night Versus is really good, too. More of instrumental. They got a baller-ass drummer. Good shit. So, I'm going to play a pseudo new song. It is going to be on the next project that Fireweather puts together. But we wrote the song years ago. So the way the new album is going to work is a lot like Never Had, Never Will, where songs just kind of flow into each other. So I'm going to play the flow from before the song into the actual song. The song's called Old Ways. used to rise around 7. I was fresh, reborn, energized, energized, energized. But it seems I may lack the discipline to live with my cup teeming. Still the pressure's on to hold face. I thought I'd keep my discretion, but I slipped and fell into a hell of a daze. A slow creep up my spine, pessimist, reborn, now revised, now revised, now revised. But it seems I may lack the discipline to live with my cup teeming. I've got what I need, so I guess I'll just get out. It's clear to see I'm not welcome inside of this house. I've had a nice time rearranging some of your space. Minds they change and so does taste. Yeah, something like that.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Hey, I think your next
my
album
God.
should be titled and something like that.
Oh my God!
Should be titled Out of Fucking Tune. is
Oh
what should
my
be
God!
called.
I know, right? We gotta fix. I can't tell. I can never tell. I've always been fascinated by guitarists that they're playing an active riff and they're like, "Oh, you're out of tune." Like, how do you know?
Oh, it just
How do
the
you
cringe.
know? I never got that. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
you don't have to. If the drums
Yeah.
aren't in tune, then they don't sound so bad.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, New Orleans Saints. Rest in peace, Drew Brees. It's not working out. It's
Bro, he's
not,
just throwing 3 picks. tonight.
yeah, it's not working out.
How's it looking?
It's not looking
not
good. 30,
like
20.
30, 24
Yeah,
minutes
like
left in the
yeah.
fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It's not going to work out. $100 million. That's what we get. That's the dynasty that we're left with.
Cody, you still playing open mic at the grocery?
They have.
They don't have music anymore, really.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not doing live music on the weekends?
No, I don't think so.
Not since the Rona.
Yeah, I know that open mic definitely hasn't been rolling.
Are you doing playing anything anywhere?
Not really.
Son of a bitch.
Just on KrohnKast?
Just on my show?
This is exclusive.
No, right? It's like a holy
This
shit.
is a sequel exclusive.
I'm gonna write this off on my taxes.
See how much better that sounds?
No, I mean it sounds the same to me. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Nice and low. Can I do another?
Please.
Look, let me tell you
Please
something.
do.
Hey. Let's calm down for 2 seconds.
Cody's here to play songs.
How many more songs you got?
I've got enough.
Cause look,
How long are we going?
You don't have anything to do now. The Saints aren't winning.
I just shit my pants.
Do you want to? Do we want to watch the rest of the game?
No, it's a wrap.
It's over.
No.
It's like 30 seconds left. They're just
Oh,
nailing it.
30
really?
Yeah,
seconds.
they're nailing it out right now.
Yeah. Never underestimate the Saints' ability to screw things up. Never. I always say that. Yeah. Oh, we're 15-1. We're 14-2. Blah 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 blah. Here comes playoffs. We lose to old man Tom Brady and stupid Godwin and nothing Tampa Bay defense.
Yeah, Brady didn't play well either,
But the Saints played worse. So
That's what 3 picks will do.
you can't win a game throwing interceptions. I mean,
they're -4 in the turnovers right now. A fumble and 3 picks.
lucky for us, this is not a sports podcast. But I feel like people can relate.
I have to say I am a little relieved. My mom and her entire side of the family is from Wisconsin. I am born and raised Packers, so thank God I don't have
Podcast is over.
Packers are gonna beat the shit out of them.
First of all, can we talk about Aaron Rodgers' confidence and how much I hate it? I hate relaxed ass dudes that have way too much confidence and just best quarterback in the NFL right now, numbers wise, right?
I mean, yeah, they did break a shitload of records, and they are the highest scoring.
But he's
offense.
a regular guy, and he was tagging what Danica Patrick, and who's
The
he?
midget.
Who's he with now? How
No,
dare
they
you?
just they
Is he still with the living man?
Some Instagram model. Like, what's Aaron Rodgers gonna do? You know what I mean? What's he gonna
Hey, how much do Instagram models charge?
$5,000.
Exactly.
Minimum.
No, I called it earlier today. I think it's going to be a State Farm Super Bowl. Mahomes and Rodgers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They both State Farming it up.
Yeah, they probably are. Who else in the run? Seattle still going?
No,
They're out.
it's Bills and Chiefs next week.
Dude,
Yeah.
how great would it be to have the Bills in the Super
The
Bowl?
fucking
They went to 4 straight and lost.
the
all of them.
Browns almost fucking came back on the
I
Chiefs too.
know.
Oh yeah.
So
Poor
I'm
Baker.
really excited to see the Browns next year.
Hey, they
Yeah.
made it to the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
The best they've done in
And past the
quarter
first
of a
round
century.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Baker's intensity.
John Tinson says he knows
Yeah.
everything about you, Cody.
Yeah, he probably does. That's my brown thick glasses bassist without the
There you
glasses.
go.
No, John laid down some bass for us on Never Had, Never Will. We never got it. That recording never actually got like 100%ed. Whatever. I don't even remember why at this point. But we never really fully finished completely recording it. So there was only bass on like the first 3 or 4 tracks. And we really haven't done shit since we recorded that album. So John's just kind of like, hey,
That's how it
guys.
goes.
So, but hey, John's a hell of a bass player, dude.
I mean, I think me and Josh can relate to that because
he knows John. We all graduated.
Yeah, we
I
fin-
played with John and his brother a couple times. We jammed.
we finished one song and then like we'd do something again like 6 months later.
Real quick, Cody. Before you get started playing these top 10 hits here, what's your band camp? Because we're about to get weird in here.
Hell yeah. Fire Weather, exactly how it sounds. One word. Fireweather.bandcamp.com. There you will find the Hollows and Titans EP, as well as the Never Had, Never Will LP. You can download them both. Please do not try to pay me for them, as I have no way to receive the payment that you may try to give me at said time.
Do you have a Bandcamp for Oceania?
The Oceania turned into Roma. Yes, we do, which is weareroma.bandcamp.com. That's way back in the day. We were chaotic, screamy 3-piece. It was a lot of fun. Mitchell recorded us.
I always get it backwards. I always think Roma was first and then Oceania was
No, the
second.
Oceania. It was the Oceania, and then we played the Red Door in Pensacola, and some band that we were playing with was like, "Yeah, I really like that name. Hey, we just so happen to be talking to this record label right now, so yeah, we're gonna change our name."
And that's all she wrote.
I feel good about it. Let me hang on.
Did you like playing in Pensacola?
It's a weird place, man.
Weird
Did you like
place.
playing in Mobile?
Yes.
Oh, weird
I
people.
love
But
Mobile.
but you go one more hour and it's Pensacola. It's
Fucking lawless
Florida,
land,
man.
dude.
Florida.
I remember sitting outside of whatever venue that they have like super big shows at in Pensacola. I think it's like a
into the
like
line.
a Legion or something.
Mhm.
But like just
They used to have big shows at the skate park there.
I never went to any of those. But like just standing on the steps of that place waiting to get into the show, just like some of the shit that these fucking Florida kids were doing, just like free time fucking off. It's just like, one of you guys are gonna crack your skull open here soon.
Crazy kids.
Soon. Just God
Yeah.
bless.
I always loved Pensacola. It was like the sister city to New Orleans. Nice,
Pensacola?
Yeah, nice and dirty punks, and had a good underground culture.
Yeah, apparently PCB was a little bit better, but I never got that far east as far as Florida goes. I went to Tampa. That was cool.
But again, like the whole podcast here is punk and metal. For me and Phil, and our experiences from those genres and what we compare to and bring to the table here. And Pensacola was always a really big or a really great punk city to play
Yeah,
in.
you're not wrong.
I can't comment on the metal, but I know Phil played there a bunch of times in metal bands.
The Red Door. Or whatever.
The Red
There's that
Red Door.
bookstore,
and
the book, the library, right?
Yeah, and
I
then,
remember you played the library.
And then what the Handlebar.
And then
and-
Sluggos.
Oh my God, the Handlebar had
Sluggos.
everybody.
And then
Random
I
there was
love
a,
place.
Sluggos.
there was a place in Gulf Breeze where I met this 50-year-old woman. I'm not going to talk about it. There was a weird place in Gulf Breeze where we used to play a lot of times, and it was like they had a lot of thrash metal there, like old school, like 50-year-old dudes like playing like old school Exodus.
Was it the time that you woke up on the beach by yourself?
Yeah, so funny story, man. I met some dudes on the beach out there, and we were in a hotel. Let's concentrate. We're in a hotel, and these dudes come up, and they're like, "Hey, drink this, take this, smoke this," and I'm like, "Okay, right?" And so me and Clint ended up on the beach. Actually, this is with Clint. I don't know if you remember. And
What was that bar called that we played?
it wasn't a Handlebar.
No, the Handlebar I think had closed down by then.
You can use a random bar name from my D&D world.
Let's talk about
The Piss and Whistle.
the Piss
Oh my
and
God,
Whistle.
that's a great name.
Yeah.
Not mine. I stole it from the internet, but I threw that bitch in.
Yeah, so we went. Me and Clint went to the beach, and we were talking about some deep, like, philosophy shit, right? And I laid down on one of those benches you're supposed to pay for, the little
Pay for?
lounge, the lounge chairs or whatever. You're supposed to pay for it. And it's like midnight or 1 a.m., 2 a.m. after the show or whatever. And I'm like, I don't feel the seat under my body. And Clint's talking to me, and I don't know if you've ever had Clint Hagler like talk to you about
Yes.
like philosophy or deep shit late at night.
No.
But Clint doesn't like get real lit up, and I did. And so Clint's talking, and I just hear like what is it, Peanuts, where it's like want. That's what I hear. And then it was like I blinked. I laid back. I swear to God, I hope he watches this because he's gonna laugh. I laid back and I felt so good with that Pensacola breeze coming over my body, you know what I mean? And I was kind of hot from before, so it's like glistening my body. And I laid back and I felt so good. And I blinked and I woke up and these tourists were around and I'm so hot. And it's like 8 a.m. And I'm like, oh, I feel so bad in my head. And I felt so bad. And I don't know what happened. And I stumbled back to the hotel and everybody's asleep and the door's locked. And I sat down right outside the hotel room. And it was one of them outdoor door hotels. Like we were very poor at the time. And I sat down against the thing and I fell asleep again. And some guy was like, hey, sir, you can't be here. You're a vagrant. Like, get out of here. Like, shoo. And they're like hitting me with a broom.
I feel like there's like a couple stories mixed in here. Because remember when we went over there for Keith's bachelor party?
Yeah,
that's when that happened.
That's when that happened. Yeah,
yeah, because I remember I slept.
Right.
I think I slept next to Clint.
Yeah,
it was either Clint or Ryan. One of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I got cold in the middle of the night, and I like got up next to somebody, and I was like, I just remember like this is really warm. Let me get closer, you know.
What's this next song, Cody?
Yeah. I'm sorry. We're going down.
This next song is about waking up to a 56-year-old woman.
You ever done that? You ever done that? Like, oh, this is
like,
warm.
My mind was a narrow drain, and your story a 12-gallon pool, and it is still taking a second to condense through the drain. Wow.
Everybody has problems. Everybody. Issues. I've been alive a long time. I've had a lot of experiences.
If you're 50.
I've never done that.
You ever dated an older woman, Cody?
You ever dated an older woman? Cody, you're 31. What's the oldest woman you've dated? What's the oldest woman? Just give us the age gap. Is this a thing? Should we not touch on this?
This song is called Silver Fox.
Hey.
Yeah, I've dated a little bit older than me. By 8 years my senior.
Really? Y'all drink gin and watch Antiques Roadshow together or something?
She called it a Davenport, and I had to pick up the daily Nickelodeons for her entertainment.
Nice.
No.
You do crossword puzzles with her and
totally, bro. Like, God damn.
What you know about older woman, Josh?
That's cool.
No, Josh is
watch Jeopardy?
Educated as well.
I was 21. She was 30. I think.
No, she should be in jail.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah, we were. Holy shit.
Yeah, she's a criminal.
Fuck. Yeah, because the age of consent is 22, dog.
No Oedipus complexes here.
Yeah.
Nobody dated anybody that was like the age of their mom.
No. Negative.
Except Phil. Phil waking up on that beach.
So, yeah, great segue. This song is about pills making you fall asleep when you shouldn't, and it puts a huge strain on a relationship, and then, yeah, that kind of shit. So, it's a fictional story. You can find it on the Hollows and Titans EP. It's called Crystals. Cracks seemed deeper than before, and I swore I'd fall if I was too close. 100 stories or maybe more, a chasm crevice rock with an acute floor, split from the stubborn anger that she breeds, losing consistently a slivered strain of patience. A bride worthy of more than twice my life, sweeter than homemade pie. Now acidic and disheveled, things aren't what they used to be. You traded happiness for the wrong piece, diving deep and drowning in my dreams. Whoa, you're a bitter taste. is alive. Locked souls with bent elbows. When counters cracked from rage, it wasn't clear. Thought it had disappeared. It didn't only die. Just ask the pills if they share your thrills. Cause they're all I know of you now. Passed out in the dew of our front lawn. I knew it wouldn't be long before progress went to pointless. A week ago I put the papers in the mail, an envelope encased with all that failed. It's too damn bad, it's too bad. Whoa, you're a bitter taste. Whoa, sky shattered in place, far away into an avoidable space. Stories or maybe more. Her heart said I'm finding the floor. Cloudy eyes and a grounded back. Black turn before the marble crack. Black turn before the marble crack. Turn before the marble crack. Fuck it. I usually save this one for last, but I'm gonna do it now. It's like blinking so fast that you can't really see the outline. Was hazy, but now it's asleep. With my hand forced forward to guide my path, I stumble gently into the door. Buckle firmly underneath. My meal's pre-planned, prepared by a friend. He's a drinker, but he's a real nice guy. Drives me around, yeah, he's a real nice guy. He finds me smoke, yeah, he's a really nice guy. Steps, worn in my floor, broke a few bones in the process. I thought I remembered what I looked like before, but I believe I've
lost it. Handwriting, colors blending, shape shifting, tongue swelling, watching my family grow. Transparencies in the snow. The sun sets, rises and falls, but I'm not sure if I'll go back down. It's like blinking so fast that you can't really see. The outline was hazy, but now it's asleep with my hand forced forward to guide my path. When I stumble gently into the door and Sorry about that.
Hey, don't you apologize over here, sir. Oh my God.
Yeah. Cody, you got any gigs or performances coming up? Anybody could catch you live?
Maybe some live D&D play. What are we talking about?
No, we aren't broadcasting that shit. No. So I did like a few songs on like a Facebook live stream over the summer for like COVID stuff. I don't know if I'll be doing that again anytime soon, but would be cool. If fire weather picks back up, which I got to be honest with you, I haven't been looking or touching this thing too often, but after obviously not practicing enough over the last few days to get ready, but practicing over the last few days and playing tonight, like kind of feeling that fire tickle my cockles.
I was gonna say not this last song you played, but the song before that. I think that was my favorite song that you performed tonight.
Thanks. Yeah, it's
And I look forward to the next Phil's house party that Phil throws on.
Yeah.
Hoping that you'll be there again.
Yeah,
because that was such a powerful,
that was
intimate performance.
fuck yeah, no, that was a lot of fun.
It was like, where have house shows been all this time? And then lo and behold, here he goes and throws one, and you play and Pepper plays, and everybody's like, who the fuck are these dudes? This is fucking great.
And I don't know if you've heard, but I've renovated my house recently. It's very nice.
Well, it was pretty luxurious before.
Well, I appreciate that, but now it's got hardwood floors. We've got a new ceiling fan and a lot of fun, exciting stuff going on. Painted my fireplace. It's not a joke, Josh. We painted my fireplace. I had a fire there last night. I put a French bear rug in front of it that I killed with my bare hands, and me and a friend laid down.
Tell me how I know.
Me and a friend
I
laid
have
down.
1,000 gallons of potable water and a silo full of tortillas.
But that was awesome. But we're also going to do a bunch of live performance, live recording stuff in here. So if you're ever interested in doing some pro shit here, and we're gonna start doing some live stuff to where we're promoting it and stuff. And we're also doing live shows. We got Mitchell's $1 Million Band. What's it called? It's a very offensive name, and I'm not happy about it.
Fetus.
It doesn't make sense. Everybody's got kids. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. You're not gonna get commercial success with a band name like that. Is it metal? Is it rock? What is it? All indie?
Yeah, it's dirty indie rock. Dirty, very dirty.
Sounds like a blast. Jesus Christ. Josh, God bless you. Is there anything you want to plug, sir? Is there anything you got? Rocket League, Jetpack Joyride username. You want to get some games in?
My rap career incoming.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm an MC.
Cody, you got anything? Cody, we're coming towards the end. There's no need to tune the guitar at this point, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to put it back how it likes.
Hey, Cody.
Hey, bud.
Can you stop tuning your guitar?
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Is there anything?
I'm sorry, dude.
Put the guitar down. Is there anything you want to plug?
Just everything that I've talked about, all of my friends and their success, because they're fucking killing it, and I'm proud of them.
Who's
So,
that?
Alex Williams with his new book, Black Like Paul. Nick DePiro, I really don't know in person, but I fuck around on his Twitch a lot, and he's a really cool dude, and will actually shoot the shit with you. So, yeah, shout out to him. Go check out his shit. Anybody else creative that is cool. Yeah.
That's great.
That is great.
But anyways, this is the Cody Rosscup episode.
It sure is.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You guys should go check out his music on his Bandcamp, fireweather.bandcamp.com, or catch him live somewhere on here.
If you can.
On the Gulf Coast, if you can.
So,
definitely a great performance anytime you play, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for being here, Cody. You matter. I love you. Josh, you matter.
Thank you, Phil.
Mitchell, you matter too.
Sometimes.
Phil, you kind of matter.
I appreciate that. You know what? I need that tonight.
You see, he put his jacket on. You know, it really matters now.
I'm heading to New Orleans tonight. I'm heading to New Orleans tonight. That's what I'm doing.
He's got tomorrow off.
I got tomorrow off.
It's a government holiday.
It's a government holiday.
Sure shit is.
And I'm heading to New Orleans, and I'm going to lay down in the street.
I thought you were going to say you're going to lay some pipe.
In that new silky underwear.
You got to go fix those roads.
KrohnKast episode 23. Cody Rosscup, Josh, Mr. Kron. We're out. Thank you guys. See you.